Okay, guys, you are welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about what is going on in Nigeria. I saw this morning on headline that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is opposing the increase of electricity tariff. Federal government of Nigeria are planning to increase the voltage of Nigeria electricity, and the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is against it. And I want to bring to you guys notice, Atiku Abubakar owns a generator company in Nigeria. So when generator was banned, he was not happy, and now they want to increase the tariff of electricity, the voltage. They want to increase it, and he is opposing it. His point is that there are a lot of people. His point, he said, and I quote, there are a lot of people in Nigeria under the lower rate of poverty, and the government need to give coronavirus aid to Nigerians, not talking about increasing electricity tariff. This was his point. So guys, drop your comment below. What do you think about the opposing the increase of electricity tariff by Atiku Abubakar? What do you think about the whole issue? I want to see your opinion in the comment section. And again, the Nigerian government has declared 1st of November as National Youth Day. I want to say, why are we celebrating National Youth Day? Does the youth has a future? Is the government of Nigeria creating opportunity for the youth, and they are giving us National Youth Day? We don't need National Youth Day. We need employment. We need opportunities. We don't need celebrating. This is a way, and to be sincere, for them to declare this 1st of November as National Youth Day. They are going to form a committee, and they are going to place people under payroll in this committee. And this is a way to defraud Nigerians. This is a way to defraud Nigeria as a country. So these people are just taking us for a fool. We don't need National Youth Day. We need employment. We need opportunities. Look at millions of graduates roaming around the streets. Even people that are not even educated. Some of them are even doing well than people that even went to school. So why did they went to school? They went to school to live a better life. So why, after they graduate and they see themselves as a piece of shit in the street, they see themselves like asking themselves question, why did I even went to school? What is the reason that make me to spend 5-6 years in school? After I graduate, I cannot even hem a job of 100,000 naira monthly, which is less than $250 monthly, and you are declaring a National Youth Day. This government, they are joking. So, talking about the issue of IPOB, the agitation of Biafra. Now, the United Nations, they took a stand in the issue of Biafra. They said that Biafra, IPOB as a movement, they said that they are not terrorist organization, because before they start their movement, before they start to agitate for their own nation, Biafra, they went to United Nations, they went to the EU, they went to America, they register officially, and they investigate them that they are peaceful people, and they gave them license. So Nigerian government declaring Biafra as terrorist organization, the United Nations is against it. They said that Biafra, the IPOB movement, they are not terrorist organization. So this means a shame. This is a shame. This is a slap to federal government of Nigeria. It's a slap. They prove today that they don't know what they are doing. They are just, opposing people without getting good opinion, without getting good reason to declaring such group a terrorist, whereby we have a group which is slaughtering people in Nigeria. And Buhari said that they are not Nigerians. They are from Chad. They are from Libyans. Okay, why can't you declare these bandits a terrorist organization? Why do you keep deaf ear that these people, you left them and they keep on slaughtering people, and you are declaring on harm protesters, people who are agitating for their rights, that if you don't want to reposition the 1999 constitution, you should give them Biafra. And they are opposing it. And Biafra is going to come. Just a matter of time. Biafra is going to come. If you can't do amendment of the 1999 constitution, which will give every right to all Nigerians, Biafra will come. They are going to break Nigeria. They are going to break out. They will go. No matter how you try, they will go. So, we're moving on to the Middle East. Israel, United States, and the United Arab Emirates, the OAE, United Arab Emirates, yes, the OAE. Now, they have officially recognized Israel as a state. They are calling for peace. But the Palestinians, they are against the peace. So, the United Arab Emirates has officially agreed that peace must reign. Israel is being recognized, that peace must reign. So guys, from now to the next 2 months, we are expecting the election of the United States, which is against election of the main candidate and the main opposition, which is the city incumbent, President Donald Trump. And the main opposition is Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the former vice president that ruled with former president, United States President Barack Obama. Joe Biden is a vice president to former president of Barack Obama. So they are going to be doing their general election as soon as possible. So guys, let's pray for Donald Trump, for this man to win again so he can make a lot of change. Let me give you some things that I've figured out in Donald Trump administration. In Donald Trump administration, the fight in Middle East was stopped. And the war in Syria was stopped. And the great ISIS caliphate was destroyed. The Iran military terrorist general was eliminated. The founder of ISIS was eliminated. So, if we can have a leader like this who can speak the truth, that means we need somebody like this again. So guys, let's join hands together to pray for Trump. Let this man win the election. So guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment below, and together we are going to make a better future. Thank you very much.